friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be talking about community questions. I posted on Instagram and Facebook and talked to my friends and family about any questions that they would like for me to answer. The first question comes from Pete. Would I prefer a flat tax to the current tax situation right now? I'm making this assumption that it is on income. I'm a big proponent of a flat tax. Hands up, hands down, whatever you call it. Flat tax, 100%. Now, there's a lot of debate, a lot of discussion, we'll call it what it is, arguments. Flat tax, progressive tax, etc. In a flat tax, everyone pays the same amount as far as income tax. Now, if you're making $100,000, and I like to use hundreds, millions, 10 millions as an example, but if you make $100,000 a year and the IRS taxes you, say, a flat tax of 3%, that's $3,000. If you make $1 million a year, you know, it's 3% of $1 million, you get the gist. It's like $30,000. If you make 10 millions, etc., it's 3% of your income. Now, I'm a big proponent of flat tax because it encourages you, yes, you, to work as hard and as smart as possible, make as much money as possible, so that as you make more money, that 3% is, you know, it doesn't hurt as much compared to someone making straight out of college. Again, my numbers are skewed here. You're making $40,000. I'm going to walk into a rabbit hole. Income tax, great. There's federal income tax and then there's state income tax. The example will apply to both. It's straight across. Progressive tax, the more you make, the more you're going to get hit. That's just how progressive tax works. It's a tiered system. Regressive tax is the more you make, the less tax you pay. The less you make, the more tax you pay in comparison. So we have to set the context. The rabbit hole is this. What happens in your state, example, if your roads need repair, your bridges need repair, your social services need this, the police department, the schools, the fire department, the infrastructure, the telecommunication. Unless you do the math and money's coming in from somewhere else, it does not make sense from a personal income tax standpoint. To end this with my long explanation is I'm a big proponent for flat income tax. But in the grand scheme of things, you have to understand if you live in a place that needs more money to fix something or to implement something, they will need to get the money from somewhere. Bonds, tax some more, etc. The next question from my friend Jenna and Vin is, do I like peanut butter? Crunchy or smooth or creamy? I grew up with whatever mom bought home from the grocery store. For me personally, I like the crunchy. I like to go out to the range, golf course, whatever. I like to take my peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and honey and eat into it and feel the crunch. It's just something that I like. My kids, they love creamy. Next question comes from a family member, Ari. How come I look handsome? I'm biased here, guys. It's genetics, all right? It is genetics. With that said, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, in the valley, so I gotta take care of myself. I also have to give credit to Massage Envy for their facials, and without doubt, the boss lady in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you're down in Scottsdale, hit up the boss lady. She does primarily men. I've gone to her. It's been a while, so she'll be pinging me saying, hey, when are you coming down? Having a facial is a requirement. If you're a guy and you want to look good, handsome, go get yourself a facial, okay? You'll love it, all right? Now, after that, drinking lots of water. Yes, I love my Mountain Dew, my Red Bull, my Coke. Water, 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 water. And because I live in the valley with all this dust, I wash my face at night. You don't want those pimples or pores to peak up. And sleep. I think I said a lot of ands there, but it's genetics. Get a facial, get products, get sleep. And if you saw my previous video, get a dang ass hat. You want to protect yourself from the UVs, all right? I'm getting crow's hair, all right, maybe not crow's hair, but I'm getting wrinkles, all right? Just to be a little funny. With that said, you are very lucky, my friend. You come from a genetically beautiful family. Your face is gonna look beautiful, handsome for a very long time, and those kids of yours are amazing. They come from good product. They will have beautiful skin. All right. Next question is from my neighbor, Salmon. Took the trash out and I talked to him and he asked me, Southin, what do you think of the new Toyota Tundra? You know, I'm a Toyota guy. Toyota cars, etc. I've been looking at a Tundra and a 4Runner. Ended up getting a RAV4. I have no experience with the Tundra, so I'm biased. I'm going to be buying based on brand. Everyone that I know that has a Tundra, they love it, etc. They love it, but that's my opinion. Some background: I went to the University of Minnesota. I worked in the landscaping crew in the summer, so I drove Rams, Ford F-150s, half tons, full tons, Caterpillars. I drove a lot of heavy machinery. I'm biased towards the Rams. Those Rams are bloody bulletproof. They just run. However, working in landscape and I knowing the shop guys always repairing those bloody things, they do need repair. If I had to choose between a Tundra and a Ram, I would choose a Ram. Hey, that's what I grew up with. But the old man in me goes, go with Toyota. They're built good. They're built this. They work, 100,000, 200, 300,000. If you are hauling a fifth wheeler, again, we ended up getting into a discussion with the neighbor who's got a fifth wheeler. Without doubt, get yourself a 2500 series HD diesel. If you're hauling something up a hill or a mountain, like going up to Flagstaff or going to Denver, get yourself a diesel with big brake. You don't want to be that guy in the Porsche Cayenne driving, hitting slippery slope, and then you jackknife. I'm digressing from the vehicles, but I love to rant and riff about vehicles. I love trucks. I mean, I've driven trucks for work and everything, and they're amazing. Circling back to the Tundra, if they come out with the Tundra Prime, which they're teasing us with the hybrid, heck, I might just get it just because, short man, big car, driving down the street, whatnot. Gotta have a sense of humor. The next question that I got was, how about the Phoenix Suns? Well, if the Suns can actually hang on to the ball and get their jump shooting to work, I expect them to win the NBA Finals here. But watching Milwaukee play hardball, throw it down into the paint, put that big ass body, push people around, and the refs are willing to do it, why not? And their small guard, I think, or power forward, Middleton, he has been shooting lights out. He's been getting down there and, getting easy layups and everything. And that small guard, I think, point guard with the Greek name, a three-point shooter, throw him the ball and he's shooting it. It's hard to say what will happen. So to me, I'm biased. I'm from the Valley. I'm going to root for my Suns. I expect them to win in 6 or 7. However, haven't been following the Pistons, the Lakers, the Bulls back in that area. Power forward, center, throw it down there with a good small guard or shooting guard, you're going to win. So it's a 50-50. I'm going to go with my Suns. Now, I know this is an extra question, and there's a reason why I'm sitting here in my daughter's room in purple. My friends and my family up in Minnesota asked me, so what do you think of the Vikings? I was actually reading about Kirk Cousins today. I'm like, guys, the Vikings, they have on paper the weapons to win the Super Bowl. Seriously. However, I'm going to be looking at a couple things when it comes down to the season. We all know you need to have talent, okay? God-given talent. You got to have some luck. And you got to not have major injuries. Those are the 3 things that are going to get you to the Super Bowl and have a chance of winning. Now, the Vikings offensive line, oh my gosh. All right, all Viking fans, you know how it is. We either have amazing defense and not a great offense. We either have an amazing offensive weapons and then the offensive line, it just doesn't work. Just got to get together. I do not know how the coach is going to rebuild that defensive secondary because they got torched last year. I can agree to disagree, but I'm hoping that the defense can hang in there because if we can get to the end of the season with an offensive line and Kirk Cousins not on his ass, we've got the weapons. I believe today the NFL, with the exception of making to the playoffs with a defensive line like the Buccaneers had, as this league is a show me, throw me, run it. The offense is just run up the score. It is rare that you're going to see a power football team that has a power defense that can smash you in the face, that makes the long run deep into the Super Bowl. I'm biased. I'm going with my Vikings. Every year, we're undefeated going in. I think they have a really good chance of making a great playoff run. Again, this is the community questions. Thank you for everyone for posting those questions. I decided to make this in one shot. That's it. My editing, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have fun, guys.